All right. How do I make this full screen? Not what I wanted to do. All right, y'all. I'm back on live. Sorry, my sister had called me. I swear to you, me making Safari full screen does not want to like do anymore. You know how I used to give you the little thingamabobs on the side? Either way, it doesn't matter. We had a great day trading today. Did y'all have a great day trading today? I have been on a losing streak, honestly, last week, and I figured out why I was losing. Because basically, we've been having this weird 10 a.m. continuation. That does happen sometimes, let's be for real. But I didn't know when it was going to happen. And now I know when it's going to happen to avoid it or trade it. But today we had a prime regular day. So the three things at 10 a.m. that you want to do. You're either going to, most of the time, how most of us started trading 10 a.m. was the 10 a.m. reversal, which we got today. You'll get a 10 a.m. continuation, or lately this new thing's been happening more often. It usually doesn't happen as often. Is the 10 a.m. Accumulation, and then the 10:50 macros when we finally manipulate and distribute. I didn't trade today or this week. Good for you, smart. Monday and Tuesday we have very good price action. Yesterday we did the accumulation again, but now I think all of us know when to spot it at this point. So it's not even like bad price action anymore. We know. And then today was clean. So today, my bread and butter setup, a 4-hour and 1 hour for value gap. We had PPI news. So we had data news lows and data news highs. We accumulated, which is nice as well, because if you obviously get in at 9:30, sorry to you, but as a 10 a.m. trader, we wanted a sweep of one side. Sorry, I can't even see my computer screen. We want a sweep of one side into this fair value gap, or a sweep of the bottom side and then push higher. Like, we were gonna push way lower. We needed to sweep up some shit first and then push lower. And then that's what we got on the downside. We got a lovely sweep. We also swept right here, and then we swept again, and then we got a lovely IFVG to the upside, and I just took it to the data highs. With the Discord, which gave me a $700 day. My goal is like a $1,000 day, but obviously it was a little short because my bracket at 300 ticks was up here, which we might hit later. I don't know. I don't really care. And yeah, so that's just what it is. But lately, the 10 a.m. also 10 a.m. news days are when we will also accumulate at 10 a.m. Because basically, the accumulations at 10 a.m. still give you like nice entries. Is the problem with them? They don't accumulate like this. Like you could see this, and you could see we're not trading this. Versus the 10 a.m. Consolidations look more like this, where like you do get an IFVG, you do get an IFVG again to the upside. Like it's not like just like sideways like this. It's like actually still moving a little bit, and then you either get stopped out in your buys if you got in a buy from this fair value gap, and you get stopped out on your sells if you got it on this IFVG. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happened to me yesterday. But you have to wait for the 10:50 macro to manipulate into a 30-minute, 15-minute value gap, and then it's going to go higher. I was not knowing when these days were going to come. And I would get in 2 trades or a trade already, and then my rules are 1 to 2 trades a day, so I would see it happen after the fact. But now I know when it's coming, which is the great part about it. So do you trade live on the Discord? Yes, I trade live on my Discord. I will be on next week. I can't focus on trading this week. Are you on Eastern time? I am not on Eastern time, but I always speak in Eastern time. I always get on the chart on 10 a.m. Eastern time, yes. I'm an ICT trader, so everything is in New York time. I am in Mexico, so I'm not on Eastern time, and then sometimes I'm in LA. When I'm in LA, I will still speak on Eastern time, even though I'm 3 hours behind. Just to keep it easy. 9 Eastern time, 9:30 Eastern time open, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I always speak in Eastern time, even if I'm not on Eastern time. But yes, I do trade live in the Discord. I know a lot of people haven't been watching the lives because I've been taking losses, but now I know why I have. And then Monday I took a loss because I was on the 1-minute chart, not the 3. I prefer the 3-minute chart over anything for entries. It's just better. You don't get faked out. And even if it's choppy like this, like I'm sure this looks crazy on the 1 minute, like very crazy on the 1 minute actually. And then 3, it's just like it just is what it is. But yeah, it's just a good trading day. Like I said, I have been losing these 10. So we had 10 a.m. news last week, 3 days in a row. So we accumulated just like this. And you want to get on the 15-minute chart for these accumulations because they happen like this. But like you would know. unless you're expecting this to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I know the days this is going to happen. The day this is going to happen is when you get on the 1 hour and 4 hour charts, and every candle is just big and blue. Big and blue, big and blue, big and blue. Okay? Usually more so the 1 hour. The days when you can get in a 10 a.m. continuation right at 10 o'clock, without waiting for the accumulation, is a day where 9:30, the 9 a.m. candle, or the 6 to 10 candle is the reversal candle. Like the hammer, like it came up, it swept, and then it had a wick on the bottom. If it's a strong, big, long candle, we're probably going to accumulate. Even if London and Asian accumulate as well. You usually see it when London and Asian, run up. But this day, Asian and London accumulated, and then we just ran up, which is something you don't really see. Usually you see Asian running up, London running up, everything's just running up. And then obviously the days we have a reversal, we want it to be in a higher time frame for value gap, like today and Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday was great. Monday was great. Monday I just fumbled trying to scalp on the 1 minute. But Tuesday I caught it beautifully. Here. But then I got in at 9:50 and then got stopped out and got back in. However, that's why you get on at 10 o'clock. You just avoid any fake outs. They're rare, the 10:50 fake outs, but 10 o'clock, you'll just be set either way. You'll just get in, right here instead if you wait and take it down, or, we got it at the top. So it's nothing wrong with waiting until 10 a.m. But like this was a bread and butter setup, accumulated, manipulated, boom. And then we have those other days where we've been having these, accumulations, and then at 10 o'clock we just, what was it? Friday was one of the days where they did that. We just ran up, accumulated, tapped in, and then really accumulated after that. But it still is a decent setup at 10 o'clock. Like you could get in, you got market structure shift, and you just took it to this high. So it's just like one of those things where I needed to know when to wait for the 10 a.m. accumulation. Because if you don't see it coming, you're going to get smacked. Like I was getting smacked, doggy smacked. Because usually I trade at 10 a.m. because as soon as 10 a.m. hits, I get a trade like right at 10 a.m. That's how I've been trading this whole year. That's how I've been getting multi-six figures and funded. So getting accumulated like that, and there had to be a reason, especially because the manipulation of the accumulation was always in the 10:50 to 11 macro. It wasn't random. So I was like, there has to be a reason why it's doing this. I need to look out for it. I'm going to keep getting clapped. It usually doesn't happen as often. It usually happens like once a month. So I don't really care if I lose that one time. But like it's just happening too perfectly that I need to know when it's gonna happen. So I feel good. I feel like I can catch them now. Cause like I said, yeah, just gonna look at this nasty like accumulation candle, and then we finally ran up. You'll see them, but my bread and butter setup obviously is this. We want to be in some fair value gap. And we want to keep running up, and then and make a new fair value gap that the next day we tap into, or we come back to this one tomorrow and do the same thing. Those are the reasons, and those are how we trade. So we should be back on a winning streak. I'm 2 for 2 this week. Again, Monday was purely emotional from last week, and I'm really sad because honestly Monday was probably the best trade of the week, and I fumbled it bad. But I caught a good one on Tuesday, lost yesterday, and caught a great one today. So see, we can catch a great one tomorrow and end the day profitable, in the week profitable. I knew you had good news this week. This is a good news week. This is a beautiful news week, actually. So we have no news tomorrow for those who are wondering. So it should be clean. Let's see what next week has in store for us. Next week on Wednesday, and I might trade Thursday. I don't know. I'm flying back to the U.S. and I have a long layover in L.A. to hang out with friends. Like I leave early here, so I won't be able to trade. I get to LA like noon, and then I have a long layover for overnight. And I land in Georgia at like 4 a.m. So I could take a nap and be on at 10. So I might trade Thursday. However, I just don't know. I have to see how I feel. I should be able to be up at 10. I really should. I just don't sleep well on planes, so if I'm tired, I'm just not gonna risk it. However, let's see what news on Thursday we have. 7:30 news. I mean, I don't really like 7:30 news, but 7:30 news all week, actually. FOMC speaks at once. There might be some low liquidity in the morning on Wednesday, which I'm not even trading that day, so it's nice. 7:30 news all week, actually. What? I feel like we never have 7:30 news. Is this just, did my time frame just switch to Central? Probably, actually, because I turned my VPN off to get. I always just work on Eastern time. I don't like to switch things around. We have some orange filter 10 a.m. news, but those don't really do much. But we'll see what they do. 9:45 news is not the best either, but we might accumulate at 10 a.m. that day. Next week, we'll see. We'll wait at 10 a.m. to see what we get, obviously. And we'll go from there, you know. But today was a great trading day. Like I said, algorithmic price action. Like I said, I've been losing. Last week was just bad. And now we all know how to wait for continuations at 10 a.m. I mean, accumulations and or, you know, Monday was just so good. Some people fumbled Monday as well because they were scared. Some people got in. I'll show you actually what Monday looked like on the 1 minute so you can see what I'm talking about. This was a breaker that we didn't even tap down into. I just wanted to see if we were going to. Tuesday, we got faked out. Obviously, we came up, inverse, came back, and we all took this beautiful trade all the way to the downside. My target was here, and I wound up selling like, I put a trailing stop right here. We wound up hitting it. My trailing stop was, right here. Because my TP was like right here, my 300 ticks. So that was all just free money after that. But I first had my trailing stop at this high. I should just moved it to the second high and then let it run. That's why I don't really like trailing stops like that because they eat your profits up. But you have to, I like to leave a like 100 tick. I feel like that should give you enough room. Damn, 200 ticks, that's a fucking lot. Let's see about, okay, first of all, it's really this to this, the pullback. Yeah, 170, 220. I mean, do what you will. I know a lot of people trail like so close, and I don't. I should have just trailed it there and left it and let it run because my final TP was just here at these equal lows. I didn't even need all this, but I would love to have gotten into here. But either way, it was a good day. Made back up my loss. And then also I took a loss first. When I take a loss first is usually when I use a trailing stop. Okay, so Monday we had this clean price action, a good IFVG in a 4-hour, 1 hour provided gap after accumulating, manipulating, and then distributing the rest of the day, right? But on the 1 minute, and it better not move me to another position. Fucking hey, dude. 1 minute was like chopping for a while, like this. It wasn't as nice and clean. So I didn't really get in until we broke structure twice. So we broke structure here, boom. Broke structure here, boom, and then I got in. And then Monday, my dumbass was like, I'm gonna scalp this week to not even need a lot of moves in this choppy market. And so my stop loss was like 75 ticks. And then stopped me out to go my way. When on a 3 minute, I would have gotten in way up here and I would have just rode that motherfucker. If I was actually on the 3 minute. That's why I don't trade the 1 minute anymore. And I keep going back to the 1 minute on days where the 3 minute gives me a late entry or something. And I'm like, I'm gonna go on the 1 minute to get a better entry. And it's like, stop doing that. Stop. The 1 minute is literally useless to me, honestly. It really is, because I have a friend who's a 1 minute trader and got stopped out at break even today. Versus I got on a 3 minute and had a great day. So 3 minute is good. 5 minutes a little late, but I still watch the 5 minute. I usually watch the 5 minute too lately because of my T-Trades indicator, but you don't really need all that. Just get on 3 minute, use it. Sit on the higher time frames as long as you can, because then we just saw this was Monday. Like, it was clean. We got a change in state delivery as well with a higher time frame for value gap. Tapped into it and then dumped. And then I think on this one, my stop loss, my take profit was a 15 minute for value gap in here. So I wouldn't have taken it all the way down, but I think I would have took it for a good bit. Same thing on Tuesday. Up into the same fair value gap made from our move on Monday, and then tap into it again. Great setup, So that's just how it is. So if you trade 10 a.m., those are the three times. Those are the three things that can happen. You need to know when to look for them so you're not clapped. And you do it that what you will. You do it that what you will. If y'all have any questions, I'm probably gonna get off live and make some lunch. But yeah, it's just losing streak is over. I almost said I was gonna paper trade. I did say I was gonna paper trade the rest of the month, and I obviously did not, which I'm glad I didn't. I've severely under leveraged, so I'm not even close to losing my accounts. I think I screenshotted how much in drawdown I am now. So now I'm $400 in drawdown on the Top Step account, the 50K. I am about 400 in drawdown on the 150K, and then obviously I'm at 900 on my live account, up from like 1500. Down from 1500. So it sucks, but like 2 or 3 more winning days will like make that back up. Even though I've lost like 4 days. I took 2 trades yesterday too, which made my loss big, double. And I moved my stop loss yesterday higher out for S&T. So I took like a loss, a regular loss, and a loss bigger than my normal loss, which messed me up. But I figured out why I was losing, so we're doing good, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I only go live now after I win, actually, because there's no point of going after I lose. No one wants to see a loser, I guess. Maybe y'all do. But I try not to go until after I win and stuff, and then talk about the Discord. We did a live dropshipping session yesterday. Not many people in the Discord anyway yet, so it's not really bumping like that. So it's a little lonely in there, but the job gets done. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. I called Tuesday's trade, and then yesterday's trade, and then in the trading chat we do have all of the losses. Someone was live with me on this trade. We lost, and then I got back in, and they weren't on. They left after the first loss. Then we got back in again, and they missed the win. So you gotta be able to sit. This was a good win, actually. TP hit on paper on Thursday. Yeah, I won Thursday, Friday last week, and I lost Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week. So it is what it is. I'll see y'all later.